Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle. Today we are taking on our beloved big sister Camilla. She has prepared a little training exercise to assess how her darling siblings are progressing, and so we're going to show just how good they're doing. And we're going to earn this gold exotic plume in the process. One of the cooler gold accessories. And this map was a little more on the difficult side compared to some of the other more recent maps. However, part of that was, as has been the case lately, partly due to my unit selection. I wanted to bring her siblings to show them off, so that limited our choices a little bit, but we did find a solution, and that definitely did complicate things a little bit because Winter Byleth literally can solo this map. So yeah, there's a bit of a difference in how which units you bring affect the difficulty here, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring the siblings and earn our little prize from Big Sis, and that'll be fantastic. So real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at our combatants this time. Leading the charge is Cornboy, who is wearing his ninja attire, and he is running his Gale Force build with some new upgrades. He has just gotten some fancy new toys courtesy of female Alluring, and so now he is just running her kit in the A, B, and C slot, but it works great for him in conjunction with his arcane weapon, which gives him that special cooldown charge to trigger his Gale Force, and null follow-up just to make sure his attacks are going through. Yeah, just stacking speed and slicing through his foes with all the swiftness of a ninja. It works great, and honestly it's kind of cool because I feel like Ninja Korin started off just kind of okay, one of my better units, but not super amazing. But it seems like every so often he's gotten some cool new toys that just kind of bump him up a little higher and a little higher, and after several versions of Korin that haven't aged the best, I'm glad to have one that's actually keeping up pretty well. He is joined by Azura, who is running her standard Gale Force Sing build. However, she is mostly here on this particular map for the Sing support. We don't have a lot of opportunities where she can safely try and get a Gale Force off and then try and Sing for someone without leaving herself exposed, so she is playing much more of a support role in this case. However, her speed and offenses are still not to be underestimated. They still can definitely put in some work on this map. Next, we have Big Brother Xander. He is running his defensive ranged build. We did swap out Aether for Ignis just to give a little bit more oomph, although that does leave him more susceptible to being chipped down over time. He does still have the defensive stats to endure those attacks, and he holds up surprisingly well still as a mobile wall. Finally, we have our younger brother Leo to round out the team, and he is likewise functioning in a more defensive role. However, he is playing more of a mixed phase role in this case. Definitely leaning more on defense with things that debuff attack and buff his defense, but he does still have some offensive capabilities with Savage Blow to help chip things down, and he's running his new attack def unity to just give him a little bit more attack to get through some of those trickier, bulky enemies. Okay, with all that said, let's go ahead and charge into battle to greet our loving Big Sis and show her our team's progress. So, starting things off, we're going to go ahead and have Leo move up and hit this Lance Knight. Unfortunately, can't get that follow-up attack, so we can't do quite as much damage as I would like. We can't get that double off and do as much damage as I'd like. but we still do a significant chunk. And now we're going to have Xander pull Leo back so that he can tank the Axe Fighter for him. Next, we're going to have Corrin move up into position for next turn, and we're going to move Azura over just one space so that she is in range as well. But we don't want to move her into this square because we need that open for next turn. So we're going to go ahead and pass, let them start moving in to attack us. Red Cav is going to attack Xander. He's going to tank and slap back. Doesn't get the one shot, but does a good chunk of damage. Axe Fighter attacks, and we hit back. They hit us with a glimmer and do like nothing. And then they're just going to move down. All right, next we're going to send Leo in to hit the Lance Knight with that open space that we left. Finish him off. Chip the enemies with some Savage Blow. And next we're going to have Azura sing and allow him to move in and hit the Axe Fighter. Once again, don't quite get the kill, reduce that damage, but we did do a good enough chunk that Xander can move in and finish with an Ignis. Bam. And we did want to move him over to this space so that this space here is open, because we're going to send Corrin in and swiftly take out the Sword Fighter, hitting him twice, drop Speed Smoke, and also get our speed up for our attack speed ideal, which is very helpful because he also has attack speed push, but that will chip us down over multiple engagements, making it a bit harder to deal with enemies that can counterattack. So keeping our HP up a little bit can be very helpful. And now we're going to attack the Red Cavalier. We're going to attack from here so that he will slide down into the space that Xander left open so that he doesn't get hit by the Thief or the Blue Flyer thanks to Close Call. So we're going to just quickly finish him off, work on charging our next Gale Force, and slide to safety. They're going to move in, and now Big Sis is moving in as well, and if she initiates, she will kill us, so we do have to bear that in mind. Next, we're going to have Corrin go ahead and hit this Blue Flyer, jab him twice, get our Gale Force up, and trigger it once again. He's going to move in and attack Big Sis. Hit twice, don't quite get the kill thanks to her weapon triangle advantage, but that's fine. That leaves her weak enough for Xander to come in and finish her off. Bam! And down she goes. Retreat, Big Sis. And now we will finish off her army, and we're going to start by having Leo clean up this Axe Dragon. Hit once. Not quite enough to finish the job, but next we can have Azura sing, and we're going to move him in this way. That will block off the Bow Cav from being able to reach and snipe Azura, so we're going to use him as a shield and just block the path while destroying the Axe Dragon so that we don't have to worry about them later. Do a little more chip damage. And pass turn, the Bow Cav, unable to reach Azura, will instead hit Corrin, but our damage reduction helps a lot with that. And again, keeping our HP up by not running attack speed push is also helping a lot for his survivability. Red Fafnir attacks Xander, does a good chunk, but we're still hanging in there, and he's dropping attack smoke to weaken this Thief so that they aren't doing any damage. We are taking some splash damage, but that's fine. Now from here, we're going to send Corrin in to deal with this Thief. Jab, jab. And trigger that Gale Force. Next, we're going to go ahead and have Xander reposition him, and we will go ahead and hit the Red Fafnir and finish the job. Take a little bit more damage on counterattack, but we are doing just fine. And now, though, we do have to worry about this Blue Fafnir, so we're just going to have Azura slide in with Wings of Mercy, sing for him, and pull him up one space to safety so that he is not in range of the Blue Fafnir. And now we could attack, but that is just not going to be a good idea, so we're going to leave Leo right where he is to block off this Bow Cav, who is going to attack. and we will hit with Aether on counterattack and heal ourselves up, and double back with QR to get the kill. No issues at all. And next we are going to go ahead and have Xander start retreating, and we're going to hit the blue mana key. Not going to do a ton of damage, but it's going to help chip them down later. They reduce some of that damage and counterattack, but Leo is still fine. However, if we sing for him, he will actually not be able to kill him because he will trigger the Draconic Aura and get hit on the counterattack, which is no good. So instead, we're just going to move Azura down and wall off and intercept that way. And we're just going to go ahead and pass turn. We'll move Corrin down, not really important, but more importantly, Blue Man Keat will attack into Azura, and she will double back for the kill. There we go. No worries at all. And next, we're going to have Leo attack the Blue Fafnir. And unfortunately, that doesn't quite kill. We'll go ahead and reposition Corrin up, who will now come in and finish the job. There we go. Honestly, probably could have just let him do it all himself with Gale Force, but that was a little bit safer. And next we're going to have Azura move in, sing, and we'll send Leo to chip down the Sword Knight from behind the building so that he is not killed on enemy phase. Move Corrin over and pass. And now all that's left is to just go ahead and finish the Sword Knight. We can have Leo do it. Go ahead and take him down. Even with Weapon Triangle at disadvantage, he's still doing enough damage that he just finishes the job and earns us another successful victory. There we go, see? Not too bad, honestly. So hopefully Big Sis is pleased with our growth, and oh, look, she has awarded us the Gold Exotic Plume. Isn't that lovely? So that is another successful clear. However, I did mention that Byleth can do this too, and normally I don't showcase units that aren't fully merged and officially part of the Angel Army, but how about a little bonus? Alright, we're going to go through this really quickly, and this is going to be Byleth more or less on his own, except for having the allies use their movement assists to help him get into position. And we're going to use his duo skill and do funny things. And again, bear in mind, he's not max merged. I did have to swap some skills out. I gave him attack smoke over his save skill to soften up enemies after their allies attack. But I also did remove Geralt's weapon, Seth's weapon, and Claude's menace skills, so he's not getting support from them again outside of their movement assist. And as you can see, the Byleths are just sitting here tanking pretty much everything. They're not cleanly one-shotting thanks to how much HP these guys have, but they're still just not taking a whole lot of damage. At one point, Camilla got them down to like 16 HP, and then they just passively healed their way back up to over 50. So, yeah. They're a silly unit, a very, very silly unit. And eventually they will be plus 10, but for now they can still do these nonsensical things. Yeah, just a little absurd how stacked they are. Yep, just hit back, barely missed the kill, and boop. Down they go, and now all that's left is this Sword Knight who's just going to crash into them. Yeah, not being able to double back does slow things down a bit, but in return they're just so tanky, it's hilarious. Bye-bye. RIP. So there we go. So with that, we have thoroughly proven our growth to our beloved big sister, And with that, another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle clear has come to a close, and another win for our Angel Army. Does this count as 2? Maybe it counts as 2. Anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching, and until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army, and our unofficial Angel Army member, Winter Byleth, currently. Hopefully they'll be rectified soon. Signing out.